Let's get back to your weekly music and entertainment fix.
Backstage with Sinéad and Mhórdha.
With all the best music, interviews and live sessions.
On Radio Nova.
So, want to know how Cáit Ó'Riordain survived the Pogues? Well, we'll be finding out shortly. For now, I give you the kills. I remember going to see John Spencer Blues Explosion in the Tivoli on Francis Street back in 2003, but it was the opening act that completely grabbed my attention and blew me away, and they've been doing so for the ensuing years. The music of Jamie Hince and Alison Mosshart is just incredible. It's wonderfully thought out, whilst it may come across as sparse with just one guitar and backing beats. It's just the overall feeling of what they convey in their lyrics and their opposing style, just their overall feeling of their music. And I am just completely enraptured by Alison Mosshart. And when I was travelling around Southeast Asia, landed in Australia, and I'd been travelling for 7 months without a tiny bit of live music, and that was for the longest period that I can remember. I was utterly beside myself when I finally got to see live music in Sydney at the Metro Theatre. It was The Kills as part of their Blood Pressures tour. Man, it's been nearly 5 years now since the release of their last album, Blood Pressures. June the 3rd is when the duo finally introduced new music to our willing ears. The album is going to be entitled Ash and Ice. And here now is the first single from it, from The Kills. This is Doing It to Death. Enjoy this. You're tuned to Radio Nova. You are backstage with me, Sinéad and Mhórdha, on Radio Nova. That is music from The Kills. The brand new single called Doing It to Death is taken from the new forthcoming album, Ash and Ice, which will be out on Domino on June the 3rd. Mark that one in your diaries. You'll be hearing from girl band shortly, and Conor McCaffrey of The Star will have the gig picks for you to check out over the coming week. But now it's time for this.
Backstage
on Radio Nova.
Live Room.
Hi, we're Hamsandwich and we're backstage with
Sinéad and Mhórdha on Radio Nova. Hi, I'm Neve from Hamsandwich, and this is a cover of Prince's When Doves Cry, and we picked this song because we are all secret Prince fans. Let's not get silly on this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
How can you leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. If you will, my stomach, feel how it trembles inside. You got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you, even doves have. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe you're just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Why do we scream at each other? This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
Backstage on Radio Nova.
On now to the Pogues. They formed in 1982 in Shame again, then a member of a North London punk band called the Nipple Erectors, later shortened to the Nips. Saw Spider Stacey playing tin whistle in a London tube station. They hit it off, and along with Nip, Jim Fernley on guitar, they began to perform traditional Irish tunes in London's streets and pubs. Calling themselves Pogue Mahone, they united Finer, Rankin and O'Riordain and added McGowan's earthy Joycean original songs to the repertoire. Coach O'Riordain, former bassist with the band, talks Route 66 and surviving the Pogues in a moment. But first, let's have some music from the band. From the Pogues, this is Sally McLennan on Radio Nova.
Well, Jimmy White, our manager in the pub where I was born. He played it from the night time to the pace of early morn. He sold the souls of psychos and the men who had the horn. And they all left very happy in the morning. But Jimmy didn't like his place in this world of ours, where the elephant man brought stormers next and he had too many powers. So I started to see the grieving of the people that I'm leaving, and he took their all for God knows in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain. We kissed him as we put him on the train, and we sang him a song of times long gone. Though we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way, so buy me beer and whiskey cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest little boozer and to Sally McLennan. The years went by as times have changed, I grew to be a man. I learned to love the virtues of Sally McLennan. I took the cheers and drank the beers and crawled back home at dawn. I ended up a barman in the morning. I pried the pump and took the hump and watered whiskey down, and took the booze and horses to the men and drank the brown. I heard the say that Jimmy's making money far away, and some people left for heaven without warning. We walked into the station in the rain. We kissed him as we put him on the train, and we sang them a song of times long gone. Jimmy came back home, he was surprised that they were gone. He asked me all the details of the train that they went on. Some people they are scared to croak, but Jimmy drank until he choked. Took the road for heaven in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain, and we kissed him as we put him on the train. And we sang him a song of times long gone, though we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way, so buy me beer or whiskey, cause I'm gone far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can, to the greatest local boozer and to Sally McLennan.
Sally McLennan from the Pogues on Radio Nova. How good was that? Now on to Cáit Ó'Riordain, former bass player with the Pogues. What an incredibly prolific musician. She's got such a hard-working ethic and a wonderful approach to life. Among some of the things she's ticked off her bucket list is driving Route 66, which you'll hear her talk about in a moment. First, how did Cáit Ó'Riordain survive the Pogues?
The great thing is that I'm a complete lightweight. You know, this is the thing people don't understand about addicts, is that it's not an issue of quantity. I couldn't drink very much. It took very little to get me drunk. It's an issue of control. As soon as I took the first drink, I had no power to not take the next one, and on until I black out. So I think what saved me is that I literally would pass out before I could drink too much. You know, it was too much by any healthy standard, but I couldn't drink, say, there's people who can drink a bottle of vodka, open the next bottle, wake up the next morning, or, you know, regain consciousness the next morning, and then take another drink of vodka. That was completely beyond me. The most I could handle would be like 2 bottles of wine. Yeah, and that would be me done. And by the end of my drinking, every addict will tell you this, we make deals. I'd got to the stage where I would only drink organic red wine. I got to the stage where I knew that telling myself I'm only going to have 1 glass or half a bottle, or I'll only drink the 1 bottle and I won't open the second bottle, was lying to myself. So all I could do was like the least toxic thing. So I think part of why I survived is because I couldn't handle the really heavy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
It saved you.
Yeah.
Well, 8 years sober, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
I highly recommend it.
Awesome. I can't keep up with it because, like, the last time I was talking to you was when you were with Prenups, and obviously you rejoined Radiators on Stage in Vicar Street, and you were in ECD. Well, and then you just come back from exploring Route 66.
Oh, the dream come true. Again, being 50, you know, I was like bucket listing like crazy, you know, just thinking, what haven't I done? It's so amazing to be 50. So many people have died, fallen by the wayside at worst, or, you know, or really turned into awfully ill-looking people and bitter. And for some reason, I still feel really positive and I'm healthy. And it's like, how the hell did that happen? And how am I going to make the most of it? So I thought, what haven't I done yet that would be a dream? And is it in my power to make it come true? It wasn't so much that I wanted to drive Route 66, it's that I've always wanted a Mustang.
Snap!
Oh,
yeah,
girl, do it! It will happen.
Okay.
Do it. But, you know, Mustangs are also 50. So I was looking like, do I get a Mustang, or is there some kind of place where I can go and drive a classic Mustang? And once I started investigating, this thing just kept coming up that there was an Irish team going from Dublin over to the beginning of Route 66, and we're going to drive Route 66 in Mustangs, new Mustangs, not classic Mustangs.
Oh, wow, really?
I thought, that actually sounds good. Crack over a team of Irish people and a couple of weeks, that'll be great. So I signed up for it. Now it turns out, of course, 2 weeks is not nearly enough.
Wow, really?
Oh, you could spend a month. You could easily spend a month doing it. So it was very pressurised. My navigator was my brother, who turned out to not be able to navigate. And he can't drive. So I had this 6-foot lump, kind of. He was in charge of the iPods. So I was literally driving 10 hours a day, and I'd be shaking at the end of every day. We had, you know, the weather was gorgeous. We had the top down. I was wind-battered, sunburned, just pumping adrenaline the whole time. I'd wake up and start shaking immediately with the adrenaline of it, the excitement. That was fantastic. But I have to go back and do it again slowly.
Yeah. I've been a classic Mustang.
I don't know.
If the engine,
exactly. If I'm not
they're
a
meant
mechanic,
to keep running though. So
I'm not a mechanic.
Maybe find a 6-foot mechanic.
Now do you
can
know
drive.
you can't find a cup of cappuccino on the Route 66? You know, so that was my great discovery.
The lovely Coach O'Riordain on Radio Nova. It's Sinéad and Mhórdha with you here, still with you for a few more moments. Conor McCaffrey of The Star will have the gig picks for you shortly. Now I'm going to play something for you from Girl Band. They're one of the most phenomenal bands who have ever come out of this country, in my opinion. They're recently nominated for the Choice Music Prize for Album of the Year for their amazing debut album, Holding Hands with Jamie from it. This is Paris for Lunch on Nova. Girl Band with Pears for Lunch on Radio Nova. And Adam and Daniel from the band joined me backstage. And I asked them, how do they arrive at this particular sound?
Like, we've just been playing together for a couple of years, and I don't think we really thought about like trying to set out to do anything. We just didn't want to be like our old band, which was like, that was the only precursor.
And what was the other band like?
Like bad, like we were just bad, like Strokes rip-off when we were like we were like 17, 18 or whatever.
Yeah,
just like playing the stuff of the day, and that was like the only thing we knew that we didn't, or that we knew we wanted to do, was not sound like our old band, because we weren't very good.
So you're striving to get as far away possible from that kind of sound?
Kinda, I guess so.
You just cracked your knuckles.
I did, yeah.
Oh, gross. On air.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very different from the Strokes. It's more like The Full meets Health with white noise a la My Bloody Valentine with a rabid Johnny Rotten fronting the band. I mean, there's a whole hell of a lot of crazy post-punk noise, all kind of influences. So obviously you all have different influences, but how did that melting pot come to be what it is now?
Backstage.
Entertainment update.
And helping you out with your gig picks for the coming week is Conor McCaffrey of The Star. Hey Conor, what's the crack?
Not too bad.
We're going to kick off with a band who are suddenly taking off, aren't they, really, with their second album?
Yeah, but there's no such thing as a difficult second album with Little Green Cars, who are in Williams tonight. It's kind of a launch gig for their record Ephemer, which was released last week. And I can admit, a few years ago, their debut album, Absolute Zero, was this kind of catchy, widescreen epic indie rock. It was kind of like a straight number one over here. Turned them into like a massive deal, festivals. They played festivals all over Europe, all over the UK, and the States as well.
Wow.
The new album is a little bit more stripped back, but the new single, Easier Day, is a big, epic Fleetwood Mac style rock song.
Yeah, you probably won't get a chance like this to catch them in an intimate venue like Williams again, really.
This will be it, and I'm sure after the new album's going to do really well. So I'm guessing they won't be playing in Williams.
Yeah. Last Chance Saloon. Now, it looks like both of us missed one of the live performances of EP. Now, I did manage to catch a lot of them on the list. I caught Fowey Family, Parquet Courts, RSAG, Blur, but Battles was on my list, and sounds like you had a similar thing to me.
Yeah, Battles. I got to go catch the end of Battles after the War on Drugs, and I was like, we walked in and it was rocking, and I was like, yes, happy days. And I caught the last 3 seconds. It was basically John Stanier just hitting the cymbal for one last time.
No.
So we're getting a bit of a second chance here. Expect all their kind of, their jazzy interludes, but still going to be as intense as anything you hear this week. Definitely gig of the week for me.
Oh, that'd be amazing. If I wasn't on air, I'll be down there. I did catch him before, but it was when Ty and I Braxton was still in the band, and he was the focus of the band. Like, I just couldn't keep my eyes off him, so I always used to wonder how the whole band would continue on without that force.
I think actually John Stanier for me is the front man. Just watching.
Well, yeah, I did interview him before. He's a bit of a legend. When I talked to him about that, saying, how do you feel about really being the main man of the band? He's like, oh, what? No, me? Oh God, no. Oh,
really?
No.
Yeah.
Was he like the drummer in Helmet or something?
Yeah, he was a Helmet and he's in Tomahawk as well. I mean, what a CV.
What a CV is
John.
right. Oh, and he's good at banging the drums. Something now a little bit more popular, which I'm surprised you're a bit of a fan of, but we do like them here in Nova.
Yes, I mean, they got so much stick. In 1975, they were playing the Free Arena on Thursday. There's just lots of people claiming they're some kind of pop, phony boy band, but they're actually giving them a chance. They're kind of sleek, synth rock, very poppy, of course, but still interesting production. They are down to be Duran Duran.
Well, it looks like our diaries are filling up for the next week anyway, so thanks for helping us out with our gig picks.
Okay, have a good weekend.
You too, Conor McCaffrey of The Star. Thanks very much.
All the best.
Next Saturday on Backstage.
Ever wondered what it would have felt like to be a fly on a wall at a Beatles recording session? Well, I'll be taking a look at how this will be becoming reality, as this April, Aiken Promotions are bringing over an incredible production of The Sessions, a live restaging of the Beatles at Abbey Road Studios. So I hope you will join me next Saturday for Backstage between 6 and 7. Peter Devlin is on the way next with the Saturday soundtrack. He's got 2 hours of amazing tunes, including tracks from The Clash, Arctic Monkeys and The War on Drugs. I myself will be back on Monday at 7 p.m. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Paddy's weekend. Take it easy, stay safe. Time now for the Radio Nova News Update at 7 p.m.